Grant Oxenford. Winchester eligible
Hytham received a message from Winchester. From someone calling himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ.
Your hidden ally. Very interesting. More targets, I assume.
Yes. So what do you think? Could it be a trap?
As a West Saxon stronghold, Winchester will be a rather unwelcome place for you. But that is nothing you cannot handle. If you go, do not go boldly.
I will pledge to Winchester.
I will make my way to Winchester. The letter asked me to meet a man in white at a house of God, and then recite this phrase. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly cometh wisdom.
A passage from their holy book, I believe. Interesting. Go with care.
A message has come.
Letter read Norvid's note.
Beyond Bloodtooth. A circus
Read Burston's letter.
Beyond Bloodtooth. A circus make fierce foes, but powerful allies. His strength would bolster our settlement. I should seek him out.
Hold circle fast trap. Bound to fate. Hold circle fast travel.
Who's there? Best brace my hood here. Spread your wings, Sunan. The seat of King Alfred's power. where hawk shit stains my boots. I will find the man in white in their god's house.
Hold circle fast travel.
Survey the area, Sunan. Cast about this land, my friend. This must be the house of their timid god. They built him a rich dwelling.
A Dane treads the cobbles of God's house. In search of Christ's redemption, I hope.
Your Christ can wait his turn. It is you I've come to see.
Is that so?
When pride cometh, then cometh shame. But with the lowly cometh wisdom. You know these words, and you know why I speak them.
I do, but I am not yet satisfied that you are the one for the task ahead. As Jesus said unto Thomas, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Speak the deeds of Christ in order. Only then will you cometh unto my Lord.
Charisma level 4. Take me as I am. Lol. Where can I learn of his...
If I must dance to your tune, tell me where to step.
In books one may find such wisdom. We had many in England, before the Danes burned our churches. A few yet remain nearby. Or perhaps a more pious soul in need of charity will reward you with a lesson.
Charisma level 4. Take me as I am. Where can I learn? I will return. Charisma level... I will return.
I have nothing for you now, but I will return.
Even the mighty fall, and God's servant, the Bishop Aelfirth, was mighty indeed in defense of his God. He was a man of surpassing vigor.
He bathed in the river, so a gentle wash brings them closer to their God.
The Lord takes the best of us to see beside him.
Bishop
Rose
Aelfirth.
from the dead?
He is not
A nice
God.
trick, and
He
not
is
easily
locked in
done.
a flaming crypt where all heretics go.
Hush, they'll hear you.
Their God brings them light, just as Baldur does. Light as bright as the summer sun.
Speak the deeds of Christ in order.
Charisma level 4. Take me as I am, a lowly pagan. His face shone.
On the mountain his face shone like the sun, and he became light.
His transfiguration.
He was cleansed in the river.
God breathed on the water, and in the Jordan River he was cleansed of all sin.
His baptism.
They did not find him when they looked.
The women came with offerings, but they could not find him when they looked among the dead.
His resurrection. Thou art weighed in the balances and found wanting. Perhaps you should try again. Speak his story in order.
Charisma level 4. Take me as I am, a lowly pagan. He was.
God breathed on the water, and in the Jordan River he was cleansed of all sin.
His baptism.
His face shone like the sun.
On the mountain his face shone like the sun, and he became light.
His transfiguration.
They did not find him.
The women came with offerings, but they could not find him when they looked among the dead.
His resurrection. And Jesus said, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness. Well spoken.
Are the riddles done?
That is not for me to decide, for I am not the one who summoned you. If you follow, I will lead you to him.
I solved your riddle. Now all I get is silence. Who am I to meet?
Shh. Even a fool, when he keeps silent, is considered wise.
Yet men become wise by speaking with other men. They grow foolish when keeping to silence.
Hush! Your prattling offends God's ears. We're here.
May Christ, whose terror scares away the foul throngs, make with me a strong covenant. Was God's lesson instructive?
Your God fears death as mine do.
I learned that your God fears death, just as mine do, just as every man does.
Yet through our Lord, we may achieve life everlasting in his glorious presence. Perhaps you missed that detail.
Do all the priests in Winchester have this same skill for drama? You risk your life, Alfred King.
I have invited you here to speak on equal terms. Do the Dane laws of hospitality not apply in Wessex?
You gifted my Jarl to that whelp from the Order of Ancients, the warrior Fulke.
Fulke was an enemy of Wessex. But it seems someone has already removed her threat from my lands.
If you did not hear it was me, you have now.
Impressive. The Order of Ancients has surely been crippled by her loss.
How much do you know of this order?
Only this and little more. This letter, signed by one who calls himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ, warns of a plot against my life.
The gallows, the quill, the Sikhs. 3 men eager to kill you.
2 now. The Bishop Aelfirth is dead. He was the Sikhs, so far as I can tell.
And a humble servant of your god. That must sting.
Still, his death has strengthened Christian fellowship in Winchester. I pray the deaths of his colleagues will do the same.
Your God is not strong enough. Why would you trust me?
You have faced warriors like me many times before, and many times you have lost or been cheated. Why trust me now?
I have men in London and Jorvik. Men who send me reports on the rise and fall of the tides of war. Not long ago, men and women of some influence were murdered in those places. In oddly specific circumstances. When I received this letter from our poor fellow soldier, It did not take long to work out why. I don't know your motive, nor what you hope to gain. All I ask is that you finish the work you have begun, before these fallen infest England further.
I should let the Order kill you. It would speed our conquest of England.
You may remove the organs of state. The cancer will remain.
Then promise me a reward I can sing about. A healthy king's weight in silver.
Very well. As much as you can carry. This morning, my reeve, Goodwin, was not at his post.
A man you trust.
Goodwin was following the clues given in this letter when he disappeared.
Where was he last seen?
At his house, by the west gate. You may find something there. Eivor, compose yourself while you are my guest. My city is not a battlefield.
Not yet, great king, but the day will come.
We're not synchronized.
I need to find this reeve, Goodwin. I see you, little mice.
The quill has eyes everywhere.
What see you, old friend?
This is your last warning. Give me Alfred's trinket or I'll piddle in your pond. If you don't give me Alfred's jewel,
Be my eyes, Sunan.
if you don't give me Alfred's jewel...
We're not synchronized.
Jewel, I shall...
Goodwin gone, and guards sniffing around. So where would they have taken him? Papers thrown in the fire. Goodwin covering his tracks. Other guards destroying evidence. Broken bowls, food scattered. They took him by force. There must be a garrison in the city. A violent struggle with the guards. They must have taken him to Winchester's garrison. I should be cautious around here. Aid me. Be my eyes.
Hey, wait! Knock the idiot down!
Thick walls and thicker guards.
A Dane in Winchester? These are strange times.
King Alfred sent me, pleading from his bended knee to find someone.
I know Alfred well enough to spot a bloody lie when I hear it. If he did send you, he was standing tall and proud.
That he was, and you are the man I've come to find, Goodwin. Do you know why?
If I had one guess, to find these heretics from the Order of Ancients, and bury them so deep, even God would need a shovel.
So where do we start digging?
My research should help us. If they haven't burned it already, it'll be somewhere nearby.
I will find your research. Now go before they find their wolf has fled his cage. Let's regroup beyond the walls!
told you! Now you pay!
Of options, dog. Watch my lead.
Must be blocked from the other side. Selwyn ordered executions for petty theft and mudslinging. A husband and wife, to be carried out soon. The other side must be barred. To get on the other side. Goodwin's research against the Order of Ancients.
Grant me strength! You yellow dog!
Stop and die! I'm gonna feed the worms!
Together, lads, we have this!
Winchester warns a good bishop and a strong, virile man. find his peace with God.
I am grateful for your help.
It is a brazen move to arrest Alfred's favorite reeve.
This so-called order are nothing but deviled shit peddlers.
Shit peddlers who have wormed their way into your country. They are dangerous.
I didn't catch your name, did I?
Eivor, of the Raven clan. Scourge of Mercia, if that name does not rattle some recognition.
Well, Eivor, when our three heretics smolder on a heap of ash, we'll down a cup of ale together and share our distaste of Mercians like old friends.
Alfred believes the Styx is dead.
Alfred believes at least one is dead. Your Bishop Aelfirth was the sixth.
Bugger. Half of Winchester is in mourning for that nun-groper.
Alfred believes the Styx is dead. What can you...
One calls himself the Quill. Are words his weapons?
There were rumors of letters nailed up around Winchester. It may be that one of these can tell us more.
Alfred believes the Styx is dead. What do you know?
The gallows. What do you know of him?
Must be another reeve, I'm sure of it. Only we have the power to mete out justice, and this one would walk with cocksure righteousness.
The gallows had you arrested, so he must command the law.
Reeve Selwyn? Of course! That hedge pig has brought down laws like a hammer on Winchester, executing sinners on spurious charges in the square.
Could it be another?
He's the man. He's the only one who fits. End his terror, Eivor.
Not skills. Fate. Spear increases. Light now increase. Fire resistance strength a bit. Focus. X Blizzard level 2 aim and throw a devastating barrage of Xyz. Upgrade. Completing the full series of X Blizzard by adding a X.
This is your last warning! Give me Alfred's trinket or I'll piddle in your pawn!
Good people of Winchester, open your eyes. See how Alfred's lofty ideals are weighed down in this mire of human effluence. These prisoners before you do not live by Alfred's laws. They live above them. They wallow in shit, only guided by their own perversity. Hubert here, his wits addled by ale, spoke false of Bishop Aelfirth, our pious servant of Winchester, who even now lies cold in his grave shroud.
Aelfirth was no man of God. He'll burn for his sins.
Your wife is obeying shrew, Hubert. Is there a man here who has not supped rancid mead from her cup?
When will your work be done, Selwyn? When all of Winchester falls to your justice?
Winchester has passed judgment, Hubert. May God have mercy on your cankerous soul.
Is the
a grain store, and Alfred has set a trap. You cannot steal and be welcome at our hearth. You cannot slander and keep your tongue. You cannot walk freely through our streets, mocking our Lord, our King's edict. And so I ask, who has the right to determine the fate of the perverse, if not the goodly people of Winchester? I am but your humble servant.
Protect your servants, Winchester! You will not pervert justice!
There is no longer freedom in Winchester.
None is safe from his blade.
Who dares to defy Alfred's laws? The degenerates must be punished! You are the enemy!
We keep our wits about us. All right, he's dead. Peter!
Perverter of justice. Who dares execute the king's noose?
It is not in Alfred's name that you carry out your work. You are the Order's executioner.
You peer through the veil, but you do not see clearly. Alfred's laws are a slave's fever dream. He offers shit-soaked beggars a seat at his table, where the meek devour the strong. Who best to judge the fate of the wretched many, if not the strong and worthy few?
To protect your people, you must sheathe your hand in an iron glove. You grind your heels into the backs of freedmen, not those who deserve it.
The Order condemns all men to pain. For all men are but a shadow of the perfection we should know. The perfection of the Ancient Ones.
You are only a man, Reed. One dead branch on a fast-dying tree.
World.